Aggies. Taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. New Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. The back goes in motion. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Dumps it off in the flats. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The run from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. To the air, it's Jennings. Feeling some heat. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket, and that time he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the first down.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Trevino. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Game 2 is 3rd down.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. Knows how to get him on the ground.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Utah State 7, New Mexico State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a third and long is a different animal. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. offense will have another go at it. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Keep it on the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He's looking to pass. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to him on third and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Power football with the run. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Utah State comes to the line with a first and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on first down. Now adjusting. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Back open in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's now second and goal.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Utah State.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Finds his man down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drops down. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job on the defense reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. Fair catch called for and made. New Mexico State offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They'll run it from the gun. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
To the ground with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice gain to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The inside handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
New Mexico State has it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Movement here from the tight end. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Going with the counter play here. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. They stripped it out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Jennings. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner will be brought down. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th.
Utah State, 10. New Mexico State, 3.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And now on second down for this offense. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the option. Quick toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Dropping back, it's Jennings. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Absolute shame. Missed it. And here in the 4th quarter, still all tied up, guys. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They'll run the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And you find out what your quarterback's about. Big time, prime time moment. You got the ball, tie game, you want to go win. Make some plays for me, big dog.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Now he's going to break the pocket. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab on the left.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Floating away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Late in the game with the lead, the defense obviously knows here the offense is going to have to try and throw it. Nice job in the back end there, not just in coverage, but almost picking that football off. That was a game changer.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Unleashes one deep. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Going up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand.